All right, guys, I wanted to include this in the video because if you're seeing this, Spirit's topping up your oil. I've seen so many indications about oil, a lot. So there's something about oil. I'm also getting like your pituitary and your pineal gland. What in the heck? Somebody's AirPlay passcode? iPhone 3958. I don't have an iPhone. This just came up on my screen. Hold on. Hello, you guys. Okay, so thanks for sticking with me through the oil thing. My name is Angel, and I'm going to get you guys a read today. This is not going to be an esoteric read, so if that's what you're into, I usually will put it in the title to let you know what kind of read this actually is. We're going to actually start with the Astro Dice, and then I'll go into this past, present, future that came out right before I did this read. It was too good to put away. I was like, yeah, this is why I was called here. And I never used this deck. So 111 on the timer, very significant. Mercury, Aquarius, the first house. Oh, God. I love you. All right. Mercury. All right, let's see what this says. Brilliant energy for clear self-expression, inventive thinking, and authentic communication. Let's break it down. So Mercury rules your thoughts, voice, and perception, how you process information and share your truth. First house, self, identity, and presence. In the first house, Mercury brings the mind right to the surface. Your words, tone, and curiosity become part of your personal aura. You naturally want to speak from your true self and understand the world through direct experience. Wow. So Aquarius gives Mercury a visionary twist. Your thoughts aren't just about you. They ripple out to the collective. You think in patterns, networks, and big picture ideas. It's the voice of the future self, not just the current one. That is beautiful because it ties in with yesterday. Stefan, I already know you're going to be in the comments. Love you so much for pointing out those things that you did in the last video. But again, the future self, your higher self is your future self. And they know a lot. They know more than you could ever possibly consciously hold in this human form. So being in direct contact, whether it's journaling, writing future letters to yourself from your future self. What this role invites today, speak from originality, not approval. Say the thing others might not see yet. That's your magic. You see things. It's no longer a time of like, I'm going to ignore the red flags, or I'm not going to say what I see because I'm going to be called out or judged. Observe your thoughts before you speak. With Mercury in the first house, words shape identity. Choose ones that mirror your higher truth. So being aware of how you're responding to things, and is it in an abundant way? Is it in a lack way? Remember, the universe is abundant as long as you believe it is. Be playful with ideas. Aquarius is the inventor. Experiment with how you express yourself. Writing, art, teaching, etc. Synchronicities with technology or communication. Messages, songs, timing. Synchronicities with technology or communication may show spirit speaking through your environment. Messages, songs, timing. Yes. So Aquarius rules technology. So, and that's so crazy because I did that's what I read with the Osho deck yesterday. Oh my God, that's so crazy with the exhaustion, because it was a bunch of like machinery and then it was guidance above it. That's so cool. So you're getting guidance, you're getting messages through technology. Please understand that everything is a part of spirit. We are in spirit. We cannot become separate. It is only our perception that we are thinking that we are separate. The mantra for the day: I let my higher mind express through me with clarity, freedom, and light. Let that just sink in for a second. So you are communicating yourself clearly, or that's what we're being asked to do. I feel like I'm just confirming, like you're touching your true self. And with this Aquarius in the first house and Pluto, it's a complete death and rebirth. It's an ending and a new beginning of how we communicate. And there's just so much more to come, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, so for the past, we have the King of Wands. Very motivational, inspiring, theatrical. Recently, you found yourself not being so sensitive to criticism. I also see that financial security has been in the recent past. You received some kind of knowledge about an inheritance or a financial security opportunity, or that's just you. That's who you are. That's what you embody. Something about a half. You've realized that there is an opportunity for you to have peace and contentment in your life. You're honoring some kind of tradition within yourself, some kind of fire element. There's a lot of fire here. 3 out of 6 cards are fire. And the other one's actually all 3 or all 4 elements. So, no, technically that's not. Okay. Your current energy is the Knight of Wands, very passionate, and the Empress. You're taking action on yourself, loving yourself, listening to your own inner voice, trusting your instincts. You're staying focused and passionate in a relationship with yourself. You might seem a little restless at times, but you're very charismatic. It's almost like there needs to be some kind of artistic release that was talking about writing and art. Maybe there's something new you're going to invent. I feel like Spirit is working through you, and you're doing things not fully understanding, but they feel good. You're in the flow of something. Beautiful, beautiful cards. Don't mind my nails. I just took off my nails. I don't really care, but you're keeping your eyes on the bigger picture here. Somebody could be following a rabbit. Alice in Wonderland is coming to mind. I see in the future here with the Page of Pentacles, wow, currently you're in a lot of abundant prosperity energy with the 10 of Pentacles and the Emperor. Like you were just in this energy and you're taking action on something. You're giving birth to your dreams with passion. Creative projects are flowing to you with this Aquarius in the first house. You're getting communication about something. Being open, showing yourself that tender, loving care, speaking to yourself. I was just talking to a friend of mine about this, speaking to yourself in the mirror every single morning. What we do for the first 10 to 15 minutes of our day impacts the entire day. What I am finding recently is when I wake up and put my entire energy is going within, and connecting with Spirit, connecting to the divine, and making sure I am aligned with divine will, allow me to be of service, to do what it is I need to do to stay in alignment with divine will, and just meditating, staying in silence, allowing myself to connect to Spirit is very beneficial. And even looking at yourself in the mirror, into your eyes, and saying, today I put myself first. Today, I show love and compassion to myself and others, because how we treat others is a reflection of how we treat ourselves. I see in the future we have the Page of Pentacles. So you're going to be studying something. You're learning something new. Very cheerful. You're very dependable. You're also mischievous, though. I like that. Like you're very free-flowing is what I'm getting here. It is time to get to work, though. This says time to take action, time to get to work, and that's your present energy and that's your future energy. So you're taking action on something so that you can get to work on something. because an opportunity is going to present itself. So it's really time to take action and pour into yourself. 1 second. My son is like screaming. Okay. Luna. You also have the Emperor coming out in your future energy. You've got the whole world in your hands. You've also got a baby unicorn in your hands. There's 3 rabbits, something about the number 3. And we have the Empress, which is 3. Logic and organization. So there's this Aquarius, this logic that's really coming into somebody's life right now. There might be a time to be head over heart. Your emotions might be playing tricks on you. There is that water grand trine that's coming in. It's like a time of purging, I feel. A lot of water energy. Take charge of the situation. Accept a leadership role, structure, and discipline. It's time to discipline yourself. What do you need to know? What is it that you aren't fond about yourself? That's the shadow work. What do you not like about yourself? You can change it. You can visualize it. What does it feel like? How do you see it moving, feeling, tasting, smelling? 1 second. 11:22. All right. So there's just a lot of logic coming in with the Aquarius in the first house and Mercury, and then the cards that are lining up with it, with this Page of Pentacles and the Emperor. It's almost like you asked for some kind of higher knowledge to continue on something. And you've got your sword of Excalibur here in the future, and you're pointing it straight up, which means empowerment. You're realizing some kind of deeper truth of something. Let me see. Let's see here. Holy Spirit. Also, Ganesh, I ask that you clear all obstacles for the viewers and myself. Any energies trying to interfere or create confusion. Please and thank you. I was saying that because the front of the, oh my God, of this is an elephant. We have number 25, beauty. And it fell on the future position. I find that significant. Venus could also be very significant. Aphrodite. Urvashi. Urvashi was the exquisitely beautiful divine nymph in the celestial court of Indra, god of thunder, who fell hopelessly in love with Arjuna. I don't think I'm saying that right. Arjuna. She tried to seduce him, but when he refused her advances, she got angry and cursed him that he would lose his virility. Later, Indra softened the curse to loosen his manhood for only a year. Urvashi was thus unafraid of confronting her desires and daring to express them as such. Beauty is seen in the circumstances confronting you. Beauty comes in many forms. Physical beauty is the outer aspect that is visible to the eye. Inner beauty at the soul level is a deeper beauty with profound meaning. Although invisible, it has a greater impact on humanity. You may indulge your senses in a beautiful experience, surround yourself with beautiful things, spend time in a beautiful place, beautify yourself, get a makeover, renovate, or redecorate your home, and fill it with furnishings that are pleasing. Beauty with courage can be the new mantra for success. I'm telling you, with this Empress, somebody actually might even be meeting their emperor or an emperor-like figure who has authority. And if you are vulnerable and open enough, they might actually have some kind of opportunity for you. But we have to be open and honest. That's the test. We don't know when somebody actually comes in, and if we're in our ego and we're trying to puff our chest up and be like, oh yeah, I'm doing this and I got this going, if it's not true. if we're actually struggling, if there's something that's not really going right, that's the divine. That's an opportunity to be vulnerable, because that person might be, spirit is working through them to help you. You get it? Because Aquarius, networking, the thoughts, we're all connected. Really pour in love into yourself, because I feel like you're gonna want to look your best for something. So right now you're being given an opportunity to pour into yourself. So love yourself. Take those salt baths. The weather's getting colder. Make sure you're putting lotion on your body so your skin doesn't crack. And when we're doing that, we have energy portals in our fingers. They have scans, guys. Go check it out. It's now scientifically proven. It can't be woo-woo. So when people want to say something to you, they just don't have the information. They don't know. They just need to, and it's not your job to educate them, but you can also just point them in the right direction with love and compassion. Like, yeah, they've actually already proven that it is a real thing. And it's beautiful. We can do this with a more uplifting spirit, more loving and uplifting. We were all wrong at one point. We're also we're just constantly being brought to new truths. Reprisal and nectar. Nectar, that's that secretion, the pineal, pituitary gland, milk and honey, nectar. Could mean other things though for different people. Remember, it doesn't have, how I interpret it. If you interpret it a different way, then take that interpretation, because that's your intuition and that's the way your consciousness is giving you signs and signals, okay? Same thing with anybody's read. If it doesn't resonate, don't take it. It should ring true for you. It should speak to your soul or confirm something that you already had an idea about. So Amba, the eldest daughter of the king of Kashi, was in love with, what's up with all this love? Was in love with Salva, the king of Shambhala, and promised to wed him. Unfortunately, along with her two sisters, Amba was abducted by Bhishma, who was unaware of her commitment to Salva and intended to get them married to his stepbrother, Vichitravirya. That's such a long word. When Bhima learned of Bhima's commitment to Salva, he sent her back to Salva, but Salva no longer desired her. Feeling rejected and brokenhearted, Amba retired to the forest to do penance in order to please the gods, so they could help her wreak revenge on Bhishma, whom she held responsible for her unfortunate state. For 6 months, Amba practiced severe asceticism, giving up food and sleep and surviving only on air. Isn't that breatharian? Although she was advised by the ascetics of Vatsa to abandon this penance, she was extremely determined and firm in her desire to be born a man in the next birth and destroy Bhishma. Amba was granted this boon by the god Shiva. Love you, Shiva. This card cautions that retaliation may not always serve a purpose. That's a confirmation. Retaliation is never going to serve a purpose. Karma, it'll come back to them. You don't have to do anything. Retaliation is a long and arduous process that needs to be examined carefully. Sometimes it is better to magnanimously forgive and move on. This emphasizes the need to stay positive when someone or something does not meet your expectations or your plans go awry. Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like you have beauty. When things go awry, you're able to handle yourself with beauty. And it's because you know how to love yourself, or you're learning how to love yourself, and you're starting to notice that you can react in a very loving, compassionate, and graceful way that isn't overbearing. It isn't like, sometimes your presence is all that's needed. Just you being your loving, compassionate self, because you're loving and compassionate to yourself. Oh, okay. And I just heard that your beauty and your success that is your reprisal. That is you. That's your revenge. Revenge is your success, is the love you're pouring into yourself. And you're like, I'm unbothered. There is so much more going on in this world than me focusing on what you have going on or what you're trying to drag me into. You are staying focused and centered on your divine purpose, on God, on the Creator, on the Divine Mother, on just a balance of feeding your soul what it's longing for, so that you feel whole and fulfilled, and you're not going out into the world needing and grasping and like attaching to things. Okay. And when things do go awry, it's okay if sometimes we don't hold ourselves in the best light. And I mean that, like, I'm going to give an example with my son. I know children are the tests for parents. Like, they're our teachers. If we pay attention, God is giving us answers and answering our prayers through them, or whatever it is that we need. But sometimes we forget that, or we're really into something. Like I'm doing this parenting thing all on my own. It's just me and him. And I'm doing my best to be that mother, loving, nurturing, but also have discipline, and he can't be just a mama's boy that has no backbone. I love him too much to do that to him. So I like go into kind of dad mode. And maybe that's, my son is the reason why I was able to come into balance. So I have to show him a lot of gratitude and thanks for choosing me, coming into my life, and being aware that, he's a child. He's a child. Sometimes we can get caught up in our own stuff. But it's just being aware, and then saying, okay, I'm going to do better, and making that decision, and then doing those little things. Being like, okay, last time I didn't do this, but this time I am going to do this. Staying present, being fully here with the children. Yeah, two. Thanks for getting me off that, because I don't know where I was going. This energy is like really. Okay. I think I might actually close this out. Wait a minute. I kind of do. Let's elaborate just a little bit. What is this? What is this beauty, and like what situation is coming up for the viewer that is going to require them to be on their best, showing up in their best? And I don't mean like best clothes, because like you can be wearing sweats and like whatever clothes. That doesn't really matter. Are you taking care of your body, your health, your skin? Are you eating and drinking teas and liquids, or just being aware of what you're putting in your body? That has a lot to do with it too. I mean, it's a whole holistic thing. It's an entire holistic thing. Okay, let's get 3. Disharmony, obviously. We have the harmony in reverse. Established, wealth, security, settled, wealthy. Somebody's wealth is, like something's been just, I don't feel like this is you. Yeah, they're burnt out, they're exhausted, they're burdened, they're empty. Ooh, this is not an energy you want to mix with. It's not your job to fix others. You're working on yourself right now. I can't tell you what to do, but I do know this loop. I know this loop very well. You know, before you know it, you're taking on their energy and their burdens yourself. And I feel like you're just going to be present. Oh, that's why. So spirit just really, that's why. Okay. So be passionate and loving with yourself right now, because you are going to be entering some kind of new opportunity, and you might be encountering individuals that are exhausted, not happy with their life. They might be having money issues or just abundant issues, their mindset. It's like, this is the type of person that's like, there's no time. I don't have time. I don't have time. What are you talking about? I don't have time. What, like, look how exhausted that person is. Harmony in the reverse. Spirit needs you to recognize what you're worth, your value. You know, you can't just be there when people need something and they feel exhausted. I don't know what situation this is. It can be several different things. For others, there could be a disruption that wants to bring you out of harmony, and spirit wants you to pour into yourself so that that can't tip to that balance. Maybe you've been feeling exhausted. Ask yourself some questions. Yeah, I did say 3, didn't I? Give me 2 from here. Somebody doesn't have a hold on you. I-44, the interstate, travel through signs. Remember to go within. Somebody can't hold on to you. If there's some kind of disharmony or something, spirit's like, pour into yourself right now, because if you do have to go on some kind of journey, you're going to be taken care of. You will, the right people, strangers, do not let, that's why pouring love into yourself, not allowing fear, because fear is false. Find out where that fear is coming so you can take back a piece of yourself, take back a piece of your soul. This might be an opportunity to do that. That's how spirit lays it out in front of us. Will bring us these types of situations and will allow us time to prepare and love and study and get the right info. Well, in this case, you're going into the information because this is in the future position. So it's like solar, and I was feeling that in my solar plexus earlier with the yellow and the green, like divine will working through your heart. And we have the Emperor and the Page of Pentacles, so like green, and oh yeah, there's red. Okay, yeah. If you, for any reason, are guided by spirit to go, isn't it 28? If you are guided by spirit, there is a car actually in this picture. Someone does not have a hold on you. You can leave. Spirit will take care of you. You will be led. Just keep the faith. Meditate even in your car. Pull off. Check in. Spirit will guide you. Even if you ain't got nose monies. It's beautiful, guys. Keeping the faith, believing in yourself, knowing that you're being led to something so much bigger. 2 more, please. And you're doing the work. That's the thing. This 10 of Pentacles, brother, somebody's brother? What? It's always about the family, guys. It starts. They are just playing a role to elevate you. Don't take it personal. So this is what we're talking about here. There is a situation that either you're burnt out or they're burnt out, and they might actually lash out, but somebody's brother is playing a role. Don't take it personal. Send them love and whatnot. And if you don't feel it, then work on that. Work on that. Because when you can get to the point where you can send them love and you have a full understanding that they're just playing a role to build your character, to mold you in who you came here to be. I find this to be like, do you know that game Imposter? It's like a video game. I don't really know it. My son watches it. But like everybody gets a role, right? And there's like an imposter. You came in here and you had the role of like the Phoenix Rising, like the divine embodiment or something. Like you came in here with a very divine blueprint and others did not. Okay? You kind of hit the soul lottery here. Yeah, it's not just like that. I don't want to say that. But you did hit the lottery by coming here. We just don't always remember that because we have an opportunity to remember who we are and then play and have fun and help others. So your brother does not have a hold on you. Okay? Somebody needs to hear that. And if they, you feel like they do, I pray, I hope, I send you energy that is dissolved and just flows away in your next shower or bath. Yeah, with that nectar. Protection practices daily. That's what I'm saying. Calling in protection. Doing whatever rituals or ceremonies you're guided to do, because it's so cool how we innately know things and we'll do things. And then later on, we'll find out that by doing that, we were like helping ourselves in some way. And it's just so beautiful to see our intuition at work, our innate knowledge at work. You might actually be experiencing some kind of innate knowledge. You might not even be, this knowledge could be just coming through downloads, an awakening process, just more information, maybe to help you pour into yourself so that you can disconnect from some kind of energy, because you're getting futuristic information about yourself. Okay. This has been amazing. So let's get one of Hindsight's cards to close this out with. A breakthrough is about to come. Absolutely. Yep. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better card to close this. 3232. Like, you have such deep roots. Your roots go like all the way around the world. Clarity often arrives after we have been wrestling with life. Clarity often arrives when we settle the mind. Breathe into this moment. Remind yourself, a breakthrough is about to come. Congratulations. You guys are about to have some kind of major breakthrough. Also, if the brother didn't resonate, it's a sibling, or it can be a spiritual, something spiritual. All right, I love you. The universe loves you, and everything's working out for your best and your highest good. Ooh, 1 second. This is the spell for the day. If you have a cat, I would screenshot this and do it. I'm going to. All right, I love you. The universe loves you. Everything's working out for your best and your highest good. Until next time, bye.